Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. Let's now head over to Rath Teraig and find out what's happening there and how we could take care of the goblins that are plaguing that area. Actually, probably best to mount up there. Now, it's either going there, which is a level 12 quest, or going after Glamir. But Glamir's quests are all over the place, actually. Since it has quest guide focus, so I go in the right direction. All over the place. There is an level 11 quest there, but there's also a level 12 quests there. There's a level 14 quests there. All over the place, so I will take care of the goblins first. Can I avoid the bat? Can I avoid that bat? Ah, sneakily by the bats. Now I think it's over in this direction. Might have been good if I went from Gondthon instead. While we head over there, I can see what's in my hobbit present. Copper. Well, it might come in handy at a later point. Not too impressive at the moment. Rath Teraig. Sure, a real elf will pronounce that much better. And a new exploration deed, of course. Good day there. Do you know anything about goblins in the area?
I am at your service.
Langlass sent you? He's a queer sort, that one, but a fine fellow for sending aid. If he thinks you are capable, then I have no reason to keep you from your task. You will find all manner of foul goblins beyond our barricades here. Do your best to avoid the truly dangerous ones, and be careful not to travel too deeply within the valley. Fearsome are the goblins beyond the great peak at the heart of Rath Teraig. Very well. And I'm to defeat melee goblins and ranged goblins. Well, at least it's nice and general, rather than do this specific type of goblin, not any other. Do that type of goblin specific, and not any other. Which I believe is how the quest was originally worded, so I am good that they generalized it a little bit.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
My thanks of you for standing by us on this. You are not here to simply call the local vermin. You want to deal with a real threat. That is to say, goblins. The foul things have been bubbling up out of the ground like bees from a kicked hive. I don't rightly know what has gotten them all riled up, nor do I much care. But I believe it is their leader, Gazrip. Well, actually, I think it's Gorgrim, but that's an entirely different matter. If you're up for a fight, get in there and break some goblin heads. If we can shatter their morale by defeating their leader, we can pen them in through the winter. The snows ought to block up the passes till spring, and we will be free of them for a long while at least. Well, I guess we could try that.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
We need you to keep our enemies penned within Rath Teraig as best we may. The number of goblins seems to grow every day, but our stout barricades have been enough to keep them at bay. However, those vile milk-eye cave claws have taken to creeping up and burrowing beneath the barricades in the deep of night and threatening to undermine the walls if we can't find a way to stop them. If you could hunt a number of the creatures down, it will serve to put a halt to the incessant digging and gain us time to repair any damage they've already done. Cave claws. Spiders.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
Greetings! Welcome to the beautiful Rath Teraig, the finest stretch of desolate rock and goblin holes in all the Blue Mountains. I sense some irony there. If you have come to help, could certainly use it. Things have gotten worse of late, and now all manner of things are crawling out of the ground around here. I'll personally be grateful if you could do away with a few of the spiders that infest the area. I used to run patrols in there now and again, but since they showed up, I haven't been able to bring myself to set 1 foot past this barricade. I've been afraid of spiders since I was a lad. So, what do you say? Are you up to the challenge? Or would you rather join me freezing my hinder parts off till the snows come? Right. Okay, and we got a scorpion. Just in case you thought your arrows weren't good enough. Alright, well, let's take care of these guys first. The one's closest to the entrance was certainly Spider Slayer. Nothing more thrilling than to get a deed when you're in the middle of a region. You expect to get them when you're new to a region. When you just enter a region, doing a quest there for the first time, or doing quests, you've been doing the quests ever since you started, and now suddenly, new deed, such and such slayer. Ha ha! Now you gotta kill 89 more of these things. Alright, now we'll just have to get it. Now the cave crawlers, now they are a big problem in the dwarven side, which is why we haven't faced them yet around here, is because they don't bother the elven lands because they, as their name implies, like to go around hiding in the dark and crawling underground and stuff like that, which is why one of getting lost during that fight is because, oh yes, right, he went underground probably. If they're underground, you can't attack them. Now I only have to kill 9 of these things, and fortunately there is no cave crawler deed. Why, I don't know. Maybe they had some mercy on us. And finally this guy. Alright, there we go. That takes care of the crawlers. I'm not going to go about killing tons of those things. Now the spiders, though, I do need more of those. That way we could help our dwarf with arachnophobia. And while I don't have to kill bats as far as I know, they will probably join in any fight I'm in, so therefore I want to make sure I clear them before I worry about anyone else. And of course we do have to worry about the goblins. And there are plenty of these things to go around. Oops. Gazrip. Nice of him to come out right in front and say, "Hello, kill me, kill me, kill me." Alright, that takes care of the leader. How am I doing right here? Full 2 minutes. Well, then I can zap them. These. Alright, there's a sapper. You gotta be careful with the sappers. The sappers like to throw down those hot pots. And I'm particularly... those hot pots, well, let's see if I can... Oh, that's right, I could always use... Ah, got too close. Fortunately, I can get out of the flames easily enough afterwards. Okay. Yeah. Stuff is still there. You see, I'm a little bit on fire a little while after walking into that area. So this is one of the goblin areas. There are a couple of them all over the place. Alright, the blue crag goblins. So, alright, here's a stinger. The stingers are ranged types because they like to throw spears. Real pain having... Oh, gas rip again. Hey, I thought I killed you already. No fair respawning while I'm still in the area. There you go. Well, I better get out of here. I might as well use up this food. It's not like it's going to get any better. It's not like the Delman's crams, which gets better. Actually, let me take care of this scrapper. Of course! Yes, that's what I get for getting greedy. Oh, those scrappers have healing abilities. You didn't tell me about that. You want to surprise me? Well then. Good day. Now, unfortunately, that food doesn't help all that much, seeing that it's, what, free food that I got at some ridiculously low level. Alright, now that I'm out of here, I might as well use Prelude to Hope. I need to use that about 18,000 times in order to finish a deed. Alright, how am I doing right now? I've defeat ranged goblins. I need to get 3 more ranged goblins. And I need 4 more spiders. Well, I can get a few more goblins this way, and I'm sure to find a spider or 2 as I'm doing so. Blue crag goblins, those are melee types, so I just have to do that in order to clear my way to everyone else. They don't even get a special type. They're just blue crag goblins, nothing else. At least the others, they get to say, well, what type of blue crag goblins are we? New deed, enmity of the goblins. Well, that's going to help. Now all these goblins I'm killing will help with my racial deed. They say, what's a racial deed? Each race has 3 enemies. And for each of those enemies, you have 2 or 3 racial deeds. There are 8 racial deeds in all. So with elves, it is goblins, obviously. So that's the first one you unlock. Later on, you unlock the... Alright, what's that? I think I need... Yeah. Alright, well, this is a ranged one. So first when you unlock our goblins, then I know that I'm trying to think what the others... Probably orcs are the... Orcs would make a good second racial enemy. And I know that drakes are another one because my elves always have the real thrill, yeah, the yippee-dee-doo, of trying to finish out those drake ones. And in fact, I usually find out long later that I never got around to finishing them. Yes, I'm in the middle of Siege of Gondthon at level 85 or 90 or something like that, and I finished the skirmish, killed the drake at the end, and said, "Congratulations, you finished Enmity of the Drakes 1. Now you unlock Enmity of the Drakes 2. Which tells you how far I am behind in killing drakes. Most elves go and find some location where drakes all gather up together and kill them for the racial deed, and that's something that I've never really done. But it's probably much quicker if you wanted to do it. I'd have to double check to see what you get, because each time you complete a class deed, you unlock a trait that you can equip. So how much you go into them is going to be probably to decide on how much you really want the trait that's involved. For example, here we have Enmity of the Goblins, Sylvan Shadows. Now that's the useful trait, being able to go into stealth mode and hide myself from enemies for a while. Has a 30-minute cooldown, and it's not quite as effective as the stealth of a burglar, but it could come in handy on occasion. But believe me, I'll have plenty of opportunity to kill goblins. So how am I doing with that deed? Bring up my deed log, and I've got 8 out of 50.
I am at your service.
Well done! That should keep those vermin at bay for a while, and give us a chance to patch up the barricade before the goblins have another try at us.
At your service.
The whole barricade guard, both of us, thank you. But I am personally indebted to you for killing those 8-legged horrors. Now, the less said of them, the better. Right, as you will.
At your service.
Ah,
Your family.
nothing like a rousing tale of goblin slaying to warm up on a cold day. Well done. With your help, we shouldn't have too many problems keeping the goblins at bay till the passes fill with snow for the winter. After that, it will be up to the leaders of Gondthon and Thorn's Hall to figure out what we'll do about them next spring. Well then. Yet you could read ahead in the story and know that, well, goblins aren't probably going to be not going to be as in good a position after all that happens between now and the spring, but of course the characters here in game don't know that yet. Now what do we have? Oh yes, we need to talk to Langlass and find out there what he wants to do after we've done all the preparations. Now, there's also a deed associated with exploring that place we were just in. Let's see. Eriador under... No, not under Breedland. Shire. Eriluine. In fact, there are a number of places I still need to explore. Places of doors, elf ruins, Rath, Teraig. Oh yes, I could look in that quite thoroughly in there. And try to get every single place in there. And kill some goblins to boot. But I'm not going to do that at the moment. Because right now we're continuing with the epic storyline, where we will find out what we want to do now that we've given the goblins a bit of a thrashing. They're probably not too happy about that. And we never know what Scorgrim is going to do. Very well, I killed some goblins for you to thin their numbers.
Greetings.
You have done well. Once the dwarves and elves have arrayed their forces, the assault on Rath Teraig will begin. Yay!
Stay a moment.
And next is the assault on Rath Teraig. But that will, of course, be next time. So, welcome next time for our next episode of Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper, where we will assault Rath Teraig and drive out these goblins and teach them a lesson from what they did with that elf friend of ours. And until then, this is Pineleaf Needles. So long.